you voted for. Whether we like it or not, the bottom line is a lot of these tariffs, a lot of this uncertainty, is going to increase costs. In order to pay down a debt, in order to pay back anybody, you're going to have to suffer. And whether we agree with it, whether we not, there's things that we can't change. We can't change right now. But some things we can do to try to prepare. One of the things that I would probably recommend, matter of fact, we did it this weekend. We went and bought a major appliance. I would advise you to go ahead, if you can, go ahead and buy you a major appliance if that's something that you need to do. We needed a deep freezer, something that we can store more food, and we can be prepared for all this inflation. Without a doubt, we know there's going to be some inflation. Costs of goods and even services are going to rise. Try to do everything that you possibly can to mitigate those situations. I know it may not be on sale right now, but something tells me over the next year to year and a half, whatever you're buying right now at the price is probably going to be cheaper right now than it will be in the future. Think about things that you may use on a regular basis, anything that you can invest in as far as keeping your household things, as far as food. Could be cleaning supplies. It could be a variety of things that you use a lot. Your toiletry. It could be whatever things that you might use a lot, especially when you're thinking about tools or if you're thinking about making any type of major purchase. Before the weather warms up while it's still cold, now the stores are starting to stack up. If you need to, go ahead and get some of these items because I'm telling you, over the next few years, we're going to have some changes. Now, some of the future predictors say 2027 is going to be even more challenging. Who's to say? We don't know. But one thing we know that if you can go ahead and get it and get yourself prepared, start getting your garden, getting all your seeds, getting your fruit trees. I know we typically don't like to buy in the beginning of the season, but something tells me you might want to go ahead and grab what you need to get because as soon as we get it in the ground, we can actually yield a harvest. So just a couple of things to kind of keep in mind. You know, the writing's on the wall, so we already know what's about to happen. It's going to be more challenging. Make sure you get your skills set up. If you have opportunities to increase your income, go ahead and try to increase your income and get lean. Right now, this is time to just get lean. Get as lean as you can. If you can knock out a debt, go ahead and knock out a debt. If you need to, cut it up to keep you from using it. But right now, you need to be as lean as possible and you need to be strong as possible. So get your rest, eat right, go ahead and do what you need to do tonight. But whatever you do, just make sure you take care of yourself. So I'm gonna take you along to show you some of the work that I've been doing in the garden. So thank you for coming in. And I just wanted to give you some words of encouragement and just let y'all know what we're doing out here on the homestead. All right. All right, fam. It's the beginning of February and the palm trees don't look too good. I have made the decision not to buy any more queen palms. This area just simply can't handle it. I'm gonna leave them there because they may pop back, but with the weather changing, it's just too crazy. It's not worth the energy of the time. So I'm gonna have to get a different variety of palms for sure. I want to give you a status. A lot of this was covered up in snow. Celery is bouncing back. It's looking good. I got to thin it out a little bit. I'm going to harvest some more, get some new growth. We got lettuce. Lettuce is looking good. I need to go ahead and get some of this lettuce. Some lettuce here by seeds. They're coming up. All my little seedlings coming up. Additional lettuce here. And I want to say this was broccoli. I think this was broccoli here. Not sure. What that is, I forgot. I planted by seed. Some more celery is coming through. I got to take in a lot of celery, fam. Collards. The kale. The kale is coming on. It made it through the snow. Got kale going all the way down there. Got some collards over there. Well, turnips down there. Got some collards on this row. And I just planted this. Just planted a row of broccoli. Planted about 36 broccoli right here. Just planted that today. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting this all cleaned up and go ahead and let's get growing, y'all. I'm ready. Let's start this 2025 off right. You know what I'm saying? Let's get everything growing. Not waiting. I gotta beat the heat and I gotta beat the insects. So this is my window to grow as much as I can. I'm gonna weed. And what I do with these weeds here, I put them in a bucket and I feed my chickens. Remember, that's what I do every single time when I weed. So chickens gonna have a lot to eat, and I'm just gonna take a little bit by a little bit. Not gonna overpace myself. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I'll get on top of these weeds, and it's the cycle of life. We're gonna keep this thing rolling, keep it going. And the turnips took to the cold real well. I mean, they're growing the fastest. Put some of my juice down to give it a little fertilizer. Collard greens, they looking pretty good too. They coming on nice. And they stood up to the cold. And like I said, I'm looking forward. Now these are Brussels sprouts right at this end. I got another 36 Brussels sprouts that I need to plant. But for right now, that's my row of broccoli. Can't wait to start harvesting that. About $3 a head from what Gigi's telling me. So definitely gonna be a cost savings on that behalf. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this up. Get all of this spread. And we're gonna transform this place. You see it now, you're not gonna look the same. As we get to growing, it's gonna look quite different. More to come, more to stay tuned, and more to grow. Just make sure whatever you do, make sure that you keep on growing. Grow.